Nope.
Oh, fuck.
So, last time, you did well. You killed the last saint,
Yippee.
and you managed to go upwards in the skyward sprawl. Um, and then went back down. It's fine. It just doesn't like you.
Love it when a
Eh,
building hates me.
Yeah, I love it when you get in the crossfires of war.
I mean, it's
War.
nothing new.
War never
There's
changes.
a lot of things that I've been inside that feel that way about me. So
Mhm.
Yeah, fair, fair, fair. Yeah, I put my dick in the crossfire once.
Oh, jeez.
figure you say that line with enough confidence, it'll make sense retroactively.
Mhm.
Anyway,
In terms of where the custodians are at, setting up right has nailed as a condition. You feel perfectly normal about that. Piper is a rules lawyer and continues to be marked by the keeper of the temple. Zeph is bound in love and hopeless. Perfectly normal about her relationship to her god.
Everything is so regular.
Mm-hmm. Taking a little bit more closely look at the individual assignments, the Skyward Sprawl has 3 clues to it, and the Keeper of the Temples has 1 clue to it, but only one question left to be answered of how can we access the final chamber. Soon.
And we still have one more spot to explore.
Yeah, I mean, hmm. I mean, technically, it can only really be explored until after the question is answered.
It's the penultimate chamber.
The penultimate. That's the final chamber, isn't it?
No, penultimate is the one before the final chamber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, penultimate is before ultimate.
Oh, okay. I don't know what words mean.
It's fine. I barely do. I have to look so much shit up when I'm writing.
Mhm. Anyways, change your end of session questions.
Oh, I misspelled Zeph Arrow on my Zoom. I'm Zeph Arrow.
Arrow.
Here we go.
And so we enter in the investigation phase, and I would like what does everyone want to do? Do people want to travel between assignments?
Howie loves a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think I think Zeph is gonna see the Keeper of the Temple through.
I think so. I'm gonna stay here. Let's all strike at once together.
Has I don't believe we've met back up yet. No, we have. We have.
Yes,
Yes.
you two have. Piper has still not met up with Sedna, though.
Nor Trinity. I don't think Piper knows yet.
Nope, I
Nope.
do not. I do not. Because instead of getting a chance to talk to Zeph, Zeph was forced to try to kill me, and so now that we've got all that unpleasantness dealt with, um, yeah, that's gonna be wild.
Okay. Well, I think as I assign the journey scene to Sedna, we'll cut away to Piper and Zeph about what their plans for the Keeper of the Temple are. Uh, Sedna, we will be doing the dig, which is on row 341.
See,
Mhm. So Sedna, Zeph, no, the set of fuck, Zeph and Piper.
Oh,
Too many words that start with strange combinations of consonants and syllable.
Mhm.
Or vowels, rather. Remind me on where we are.
Uh, Sort of around like in the woods, that are outside of like the what's this town's name? Kenzie.
Helmsy.
Yeah. So away from the temple,
Got
as
it.
you
still in
were
the miraculous zone though, right?
still in the miraculous zone as you were trying to kill Piper.
Right. So I'm still Darla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me just 1 second, actually. I think that Piper's just gonna be a little catatonic after having to like do
Hmm.
a topping bondage scene and then kill that person. And
Okay.
I think
Yeah, there's no
Piper's
chance for
just gonna need a hot
aftercare with
sec.
that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I think Zeph's the person who needs aftercare, but I don't think Piper can do it. Yes, Piper needs to snap out. So just
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I will go back to Sedna then. Uh, the dig. A construction site is visible by the side of the road, along with the usual traffic cones and safety vests bearing the mark of the watchful step. Preparations are underway for some kind of dig or foundation work. I paint the scene for you, Sedna. The pit is much deeper now, illuminated from below. What unusual methods have been used to excavate the area? What new equipment or materials make you question the purpose of the dig?
hmm. I think they've brought in like um whatever the version of a chain gang would be in this particular world. Free labor, quote unquote, from prisons, um, to dig the pit by hand. Um, I think the new equipment is like not proper shovels, but like small trowels to make it even more excruciating and um, lengthy process.
Imagine this area is one with very few trees and whatnot, and you could just see the horizon go on forever. But Setna, a question for you. Are you currently traveling? If so, what vehicle are you using? Or are you taking a little break on the side of the road?
I think Sandabriya as a vehicle, given what my personal ritual is, um, I think she is driving. Uh, it feels two on the nose, but I have to. She's driving a used hearse. Uh, I must. I must. Um, and in the back is a casket, but no corpse. It's where she stores her various little trinkets she takes from bodies she lays to rest. And as she's driving, she has um, the radio set to just endlessly loop, not staying on one station ever long enough for it to like give her more than one word.
Mhm.
Like a ghost box in a
Yeah,
hearse.
yeah. I do owe you something from last time
Oh,
because you did mark a long and lonely road, the little ghost box. Normally it just has like little messages of those who have departed. Just wheezes on out. Down below, a life will be lost. They shouldn't be buried down there. And as probably there was a little bit of traffic around here, which just slows the hearse down. And you could just see out the window this pit where they are digging out. And there's a little bit of a commotion as someone has died of heat stroke. What do you do?
well, she knows that voice, so she'll pull over
Mm-hmm.
um, and cross the street or uh,
Yeah.
path to head over to the dig.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of thoroughly unconcerned if there's any like danger, do not enter, or wear hard hats here shit.
Yeah.
She just straight up ignores those.
Yeah, as like you're approaching, because well, frankly, they're using prison labor, they whatnot. Like there are guards about making sure everybody's keeping working properly. There's a little like the boss man is pretty concerned about what to do with this because frankly, it's gonna cost money to bury this guy. And well, they already have a hole in the ground.
Um, Sedna's gonna walk right into the
Mm.
pit where the body is.
I think this is going to be a veiled move. What do you afraid might happen?
Um, I suppose worst case scenario is I don't think they'd open fire on her immediately. They'd probably just arrest her
Hmm.
for trespassing.
Yeah. This is with focus.
Hey. I should probably open the dice.
Mhm.
That would be helpful, I think.
Yeah, that would be helpful to roll dice since this is a dice game.
Don't you sass me, cat.
I'm allowed to be sassy. Otherwise, I would be sad.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna presume nail does not give me disadvantage here.
Nope.
Okay. All right. I will just roll flat. And get a 6.
I believe that's your first failure as Zenda.
That is true. I have
I
had
don't
a lot of
know.
good
I
success.
think you might actually roll that with advantage because of a long, lonely road, because you entered a dangerous situation without concern for your physical safety, given all
Um,
the wear hard hat signs that you completely ignored.
yeah. You would mark fate though.
Yes, so you'd have to do another thing. But it also doesn't say that you may mark fate. It just says that you do mark fate and roll with advantage. So you're kind of fucked.
Well, guess I'm doing that. I'll just roll another die. And we'll see what that gives us. Okay, so that will
A
be a
9.
9. Yeah.
A 9.
I'm gonna die to fucking fate.
Yeah, I think sort of the similar situation of I love being a rules lawyer to fuck friends over. Man, Piper is away from the keyboard right now, but you're just embodying her.
Gotta take up the mantle.
hmm There, the hole is quite deep, quite wide, probably about 6 feet down at this point, about 20 feet across in both directions. People
My bad.
you're a dirty bitch. That's what you are.
She really fucking is.
Down in the pits. No one stops you because, well, you loom like a figure of death because you walk with, well, the care maiden. You have to climb on down. There are no ladders. Into the wall. Various crows start to gather. A rolling front of clouds storms on in, rumbling. Omens abound, and there is a body. And, well, your complication. It's kind of something that you already brought up earlier. A chain gang. There are living people attached to this body. And they are pulling at it, trying to like get the sort of cuffs off, and they're like begging like the guards to like at least let us go. But they won't because, well, if one goes, then they all have to go. So, what's your plan for this? You're muted.
Sorry, I was also talking to myself, so it's fine.
Mhm.
Um, well, there's trowels here. And certainly the dead guy has one. Guess we're hacking a limb off with a trowel.
Mhm. The veiled move. What are you afraid will happen?
Uh, fuck. Um, I think now maybe there is a risk of being shot by the officers because
Mm.
I'm wielding a weapon and they're cops.
Yeah, yeah. Because this is pretty physically exerting, I would say nailed would give you disadvantage now.
Okay. Um, uh, I am going to cry. No. I'm going to. All right. This is a weird pitch, but I have well-trodden boots. I don't know why that was so fucking hard to say. With bullet holes in them already. So clearly I've been shot before.
Okay.
Or I'm wearing someone's boots that's been shot before. But either way, bullets don't scare me that much.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
All
going to
right.
mark that to negate the disadvantage. And I'm guessing this is vitality.
Yes, this is vitality.
Great. Great. Here we go. That's a 10.
And I think with that, we'll go on break to see if Ginger comes back. Otherwise, Zep is getting a solo scene as Piper fucks on off. So, anyways, Zep and Piper, you're in the woods of Kensley. What are you doing? What are your plans? Where are you going?
I think ultimately we need to do like one more investigation so that we can get that final clue.
Mm-hmm.
But I think before any of that, I think that like we need to regroup emotionally. And so after like the two of us, I don't know, maybe being 20, 30 feet apart, sobbing catatonic separately, Piper's gonna finally kind of like slowly wake up and look around at Zeph and just kind of crawl very slowly and deliberately over to Zeph. And when she gets there, just look and say very quietly, "Are you all right? Are you doing all right?"
I think that makes Zeph immediately just break down sobbing.
I'm just gonna hug you. I'm just gonna like pull you, like I'm on my knees and everything, and I just kind of pull you in, just like
Yeah, I think she definitely hugs back incredibly tightly. Her like hands are gripping fistfuls of your clothing as she sobs into your shoulder. I don't think she's cognizant enough to really say much.
you're safe now. Right now, you're safe. Gonna We've got to keep moving, right? We're going to finish this. It's the only way out is through, right? But we're going to do it. It's going to be all right. And I mean, at the very least, it seems that Trinity's safe. She's out. She's not here. And
Zeph immediately starts sobbing even harder.
no, what's wrong? No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Listen, I'm telling you, it's fine. We're going to be all right.
No, she's not her anymore.
Look, I understand. You're everything's been changing, and I know you had a row. I know you had a difficult conversation. It's We're going to make it through this bullshit. and it's going to be you'll.
I
And
think
it's clear for a second. Piper nearly said, "You'll kiss and make up," and stopped herself. But it's just like, you'll work it out. Why? One between you strong. It's very strong. You'll work it out. It's all right.
I think that Zeph Darla lets go of Piper Skellenora Jr. Uh, and like maybe even like push back a little bit.
Oh,
And she'll shake her head and stand up. She'll say, "No, you don't get it. She's not. She's not. It's not her. It's not her." I think she'll just kind of gesture to the forest beyond the miraculous line. And she'll say, "She's that."
right. Okay. Right. We'll get it sorted. I'm going to keep you
Can't.
safe at least. No, no, no. You just rest. It's fine. I'm going to keep you safe at least. At least you. I'm going to keep you safe at least. It's it's fine. And Piper takes a deep breath and stands up and says, "Right, me companion, we're going to gather our strength, gather our equipment and weapons. We've got ourselves one last adventure for these two incredible friends. Who that's the best thing about these types of things is that we're all a family together somehow. Even though it's fine, it's fine."
I think that Darla, she kind of sniffles and smiles and gives like a very pained laugh. And she nods and says, "Yeah, all right."
Well, of course, let's we need to loot the body. And I think with looting the body, can I trigger my like we're in an abandoned area scrounging for well, what is it? Unclaimed salvage?
Yes. I will do something after you do that, though.
Okay.
Because, well,
Aaron,
it's been a few sessions since, well, things have technically been, on some level, been ignored.
there's only two things. You can't ignore them. We've had people at both. Oh
No,
no.
there's a third thing.
Is
There's a
there?
third
Oh.
thing.
Oh shit! Then yeah. Apparently, I've completely forgot about the third thing. So,
There's not a
Aaron,
third assignment, but there is a third thing.
okay, Aaron, what do I find at scavenging for lost stuff? Maybe I should reread the move just to be
On the
super
body
clear.
of
I
Epiphano.
yeah, I was gonna say, where are you? Are you looking? It like did you? I heard you just describe the forest where Trinity is. Is that where you're looking? Because I have something easy for you.
I think
Um,
we're on
I
the
think it's
inside of the miraculous line
Inside
of the
still.
yeah.
forest.
Okay, this will still work.
Mhm.
You find Trinity skateboard.
Oh, fuck you! God damn it! I will add Trinity's skateboard to my altar. God damn it!
That's what you get for asking me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this leads into a very excellent question. Thank you, Aaron. You find Trinity's skateboard, and as you pick it up, I would like a paint the scene for everyone. How do you know that Trinity's skateboard was placed here intentionally?
There are footprints from a rooster.
I think when Piper picks it up, underneath it is also a bowl of cereal waiting to be eaten. Still not soggy somehow.
I think that right before Piper picks it up, like she sees it because it's so obvious. It's glowing with an outline, the way that you have when you have clearly encountered an interactable object in the environment. Gamified shit where it's just like, and now you've moved your mouse cursor over the secret door's entrance so that you can press that button. It's blatant.
As you pick it up, Piper, a bolt just very narrowly misses you just by sheer inches of, like by your head, just whipping by your ear, hits the ground, and you start to hear shuffling out in the woods as though something is circling with you, sort of like some of it's just very subtle, step by step, like grass sort of falling underneath feet. Others are less subtle with like clanging of metal.
Oh, oh. It's time to make an escape. I stash the skateboard and I call out to Zeph and then whistle for my mighty steed.
Mm-hmm.
And Skelenora does the old hag pirate necromancer MILF like equivalent of that move that Legolas does, jumping up onto the like the onto the back of onto the horse, and then grabs Zeph. If you'll allow me, grab Zeph, put you on the horse, and just like, right, it's time to outrun the storm.
Mm-hmm. This will be the revelation move. Uh, Technically, you are evading.
Yes, I get to. I'm using my ham bone move for
Yeah,
like the second time ever.
there is not a lot of like assignments that like take place on like roads or anything.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe I should just ride my motorcycle indoors more often.
Yeah.
Since, hmm. Quick question: while we're in the miraculous zone, and I did establish that it's a horse now than more than a motorcycle, should I switch the track real quick over
Mm-hmm.
from motorcycle to horse at least
Mm-hmm.
while I'm in the zone?
Uh, yeah.
All right, there we go. I hopefully have not done something very wrong. Maybe I have.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Okay, thank you. Um, then yeah, as we're driving away, um, the handlebars or the antlers. No, not antlers. Sorry. Yeah, Hambone Jr.'s horse eyes glow and like shine brightly through the forest and turn squelching into headlights on the side of Hambone Jr.'s horse head.
Mm-hmm.
You said revelation. I've got advantage on this for
Mm-hmm.
my horse.
Yep.
What am I rolling with?
Uh, Probably, probably, since you're riding your horse, communion.
Hell yeah. I just I
Yeah.
just bounced up my communion with the advancement I took. So, wow.
And hold on, before you roll, what do you afraid might happen?
Oh, yes. I am afraid that what the Iron Cormorant has become will be unstoppable in the miraculous zone.
It's worse than that, and I have to be honest. It's not the Iron Cormorant that you need to be worried about.
Oh shit. I've forgotten about a fourth thing.
I mean, technically, Piper doesn't know about this really. Because, well, when you've got a god that is bound for multiple days on end, the followers have a tendency to get a little bit upset. And, well, with a little bit of arguing, because, well, frankly, you aren't the only rules lawyer in the world. Additional modules were sort of allowed within Saints and Sisters to allow different types of characters to be made. And, well, the sisterly bond group is now after you. So that's the older sister can be reunited with the younger sister. So there's about like a half a dozen people after you with like crossbows, with like sort of like heavy plate armor. Like it is an entire adventuring party.
Shit. All right. I rolled and got an 8.
And eights. Steph, what condition does Piper get?
Hmm. And this is who I think it is, yeah?
Yeah, it is the formerly known as Housewife Owners Association.
Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. All right. Uh, I think. Oh, I think that maybe a thorn from one of their uh imagine the crossbow bolts are made out of like thorns and stuff to represent the tree. Uh and I think that one of them scratches you and you're gonna take the condition love poisoning.
Damn. Rip.
Oh, no.
We're gonna have normal feelings, and we're gonna go on break properly this time.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we're back as Sedna narrate you chopping this corpse's foot off so that the other prisoners can be somewhat released from this fate of being buried alive, because that's what they were planning on doing.
So I think Sedna is quite familiar with human anatomy. And so the even though it's a device not typically used to sever things, she does know where to hit the squishy bits and where the joints meet. And so severing it's pretty easy, and she pops it off with a sickening noise, far too casually, probably for even the chain gang to deal with. And then slips the chain off what remains of the foot, takes the foot and pockets it in one of her many pockets, and then picks up the corpse and like piggybacks the corpse and starts walking out of the pit as if she didn't do it, as if she did not just do an insanely fucked up thing.
I imagine like you just like throw the body on upwards because like there is like technically speaking no ramp down here because they're cruel and unusual. Um,
Yes.
and so you just climb on the pit.
Yeah, and then
Uh,
she's gonna take it directly to her hearse, and conveniently she has a coffin back
mhm.
there, so she's gonna store it for the moment and then continue on her way.
Yeah, I imagine that you will bury it probably off screen. Therefore, you can unmark a point of fate.
Yay! Less likely to die.
Hell yeah.
It's a net zero, technically speaking, what you did. Uh, did you invoke your? Oh yeah, you did like sort of said that you were scanning the radio a little bit earlier, so
Yes.
you do manage to do the journey move by yourself. So you made clear an appropriate condition, even though we got really excited about corpses.
I mean, I only have nailed the clear, so I guess
Yeah,
that's what's going.
yeah. All right.
You only get a clue if it's like with people, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
only
what I
with
thought.
people. That's the
Cool.
sort of downside of doing the journey suit move by yourself. Unlike in the between, in which you have to roll for it, but then you would also get a clue. So
Yeah.
it's give or take.
Alrighty.
But anyways, the miraculous zone, more specifically, the miraculous line. Last we left off, it was the suburbs had been effectively overtaken with like infatuation of incest and a big tree. However, what was once the motel that housed biased agents, they have been effectively forced out. And there is an even further line drawn, looking more like battle armaments because, well, the Familial Bureau of Incest is taking more violent approach of things of when it comes to arguing jurisdictions. And so there is a bunch of people on both sides with guns drawn on each other, just waiting for the other one to shoot. There's already been like there is like a body or two that is laying down um of someone who got in the crossfires when tensions first initially broke out. Uh, but to paint the scene for everyone, how has the HOA transformed into the Familiar Bureau of Incest? What about their sort of demeanor or outfits is different from how they used to be?
They had black, name tags and everything on all of their shirt pockets and everything. The brother and brother last name, sister last name, brother, sister, all that. It's much bigger and more prominent on this newly transformed name tag.
I think that there is a massive banquet table in the forest, probably in front of the Trinity tree. and there's a sign, like a banner hanging up above it that says family potluck. And on the banquet table is a naked, hog-tied uh, man with an apple in his mouth.
I think all of their lips and teeth are stained red because they've been eating the blood oranges that grow from Trinity's tree almost exclusively.
Oh, it's not an apple in his mouth, it's a blood orange.
Oh, yeah, yep, there we go.
I shan't not say any dirty things. Okay, I cannot stand for being called a coward. He's definitely hard, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah, so is everyone at the table.
Mhm.
There's a second orange just speared on top of it.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Anyways, since we cannot get this out of our system, we shall continue it regardless.
This is the system. This is this is the system we're playing with.
This is not the Silt versus. This is just our table.
Oh yeah, no.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's
This
just
is the
us.
system that we are playing with. That's where the emphasis goes.
Mhm. Anyways, Senda, you arrived to a very similar circumstance that you left a while ago.
Doesn't she
Mhm.
clear conditions?
Yes, she has already done that.
Ah, sick.
I am condition free.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Must be nice.
So yeah, I I'm guessing I'm within the or no outside of
Yeah.
the awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're outside, in a different type of awful.
So yeah, she'll park her lovely hearse. Uh so it's the I was called in the HOA. The Familial Bureau of Incest fighting the what the fucks
Uh,
currently?
uh, your organization biased. BIASD. Technically,
Yes.
yeah, it's a what's it stand for? I will say I will find it a little later. But anyways, what are you doing? Because like you do know, like according to you, like the files that you were given about this particular assignment, that there is like a sort of borderline of when it into like the miraculous zone that agents have been stationed out to protect from people from getting in. But however, it seems that that sort of containment zone has been breached at this point.
I well, I mean,
If you want to think on it, I can cut to the other group.
yeah, I'm gonna think about it.
Okay. Zeth and Piper. Presumably you're fleeing into the temple.
Yeah.
Because most of the whatchamacallit, the rooms have been cleared of traps and whatnot. You can get further on in decently enough. And the sort of new quote unquote zone that you eventually come upon by going in further, exploring deeper, is the penultimate chamber. There is a vast chamber with an enormous heart made of obsidian floating in the center, and a massive sealed double door at the far end that paint the scene for everyone. What about the room's contents reminds you of the person whose attention you most desire and why you will never have it? I'm very sad that that Trinity never got to answer this question.
Yeah, real.
Hmm.
I think that in the obsidian walls is a carving, like a large, intricate carving of branches that spiderweb out from a singular point, and that singular middle point has a carving of a farmhouse and two women holding hands. Uh, and clearly, it reminds Zeph of Trinity and the fact that she doesn't exist anymore.
Okay. Oh no. So Piper's been love poisoned. Is that a are we cool with like that is the person like closest, or is it specifically when you're hit with this, it has to be new Trinity that like you are inflicted with love for that?
I feel like that's a you question.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's definitely a you question because
All right. I just
uh
wanted to make sure that
yeah,
was the case.
yeah, because dearest sister sort of like with her followers sort of inspires the toxic obsession with those who are closest to you through familial bonds. Uh,
Right.
the people who you think that of as family. So it could very be that you think of Zep as family, and that's why it affects you in that
Yeah,
regard.
because at the base of that like where all those spider webbing lines are coming from the carving of the farmhouse and everything, right below that, inexplicably, is a like baby bassinet. And it appears to be carved with a fantasy language, obviously, that that everyone has to, everyone of this realm would know that this is the bassinet of some king or queen. Some It's an important artifact, but the runes look exactly just like normal writing. It says Zeph on it. And that's what Piper sees, and it's just like, look.
Edna, you still have to answer.
Oh shit, I wasn't even thinking because I'm not there. Um, oh boy. Uh, I think in the corner of one of the room, you can't get a good look at it, but it's like that the pareidolia of being in a pitch black room where you swear you see a shape, and it's a veiled shape wearing along. And that is very like that's what's in the corner of the room.
Interesting, interesting. Yeah, we are normal about this.
So Versus said, "Fuck your gods," and we said, "Okay."
Mhm.
If we must.
Witty please.
Hmm.
Yeah. I imagine just the reality of this room sort of breaks out from like the normal structure of like walls and whatnot. So it's more heading out into a void. But what do you do, Piper Zeph? The door forward is locked.
Think that Darla Copenhagen gets off of Hambone Jr. and gonna go up to the carving in the walls and run her hand along the image of the farmstead with the two women holding hands. And I think she's probably just gonna cry while feeling the way that the intricate lines and the carvings.
I would like you to make the information move with either focus or communion.
Well, given that my focus is 3 and my communion is -1,
Mm-hmm,
I'm gonna go with focus.
mm-hmm.
Uh, I feel like either of my conditions would give me disadvantage. I'm gonna be so
Yeah,
for real.
is going to give you disadvantage because of the farmstead that is carved upon this heart.
And I do not have anything that I can do to bump it. So, fuck, I guess we'll see. See what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 11.
Meow.
Wow.
I think as as you run your hands over its heart ever so slowly pulses and beats. But it's weird. It's not like as like a heartbeat, but rather a specific rhythm. And you realize that in addition to like the carvings that you uh, notice, is that there is music notes that are carved into the heart as well. And as you sort of just run your hand along it, going, circling it around, on the back, something that you didn't notice initially because you couldn't see it, is the title Shane's Reprieve. And it's Shane spelled with a Y.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, I guess. I won't pronounce things correctly because they're not real words. Yeah, but that is carved into the heart.
That's 2 clues. Do we want to grip it and rip it, or do we want to try and get one more?
Hmm.
I think we should try for one more.
Okay, let's try for one more.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then, and while, or
I
actually,
think
go ahead.
that's up to you then.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
Piper is going to like turn away from that whole thing. It's just like I cannot look at Zeph right now. I can't. I need to protect Zeph, not get horny for Zeph. I need to fix this, not like motherly instincts. Come on, you've got these. You have to have these. Like this is what was going through her head as she turns towards like the shadow that looks kind of like the Cairn Maiden on the wall. And I'm gonna investigate over there. Like I'm like, all right, I've already got the clues of the bassinet over there. Maybe that's something. Just looking at the room, trying to distract myself and move forward in the investigation.
All right. Again, same either focus or communion, but disadvantage because of love poisoning as you're just trying to like keep your chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. I yeah, just for viewers at home as to wondering why I'm using focus is just because people are about to lose their cool and they need to focus.
I'm gonna do communion,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna do that at a disadvantage. I'm not going to um, mark anything to
Mhm.
make that any better. That's 9.
Oh,
It could have been a 14. If I'd been rolling with advantage, that would have been a 14, but it's a 9.
right. Oh, I know exactly what sort of condition I will give you. I think as you're looking at the care maiden, at least the depictions of her, she does have items surrounding her. And if Sedna were here, she would recognize some of this stuff because it's some of the things that she has been doing lately. There is a trowel in her hand. There is sort of like concrete, but something that you notice is that there is non rock stuff. There is dead saplings in the concrete, and that will be your clue. But as you're looking at her, the embodiment of this statue moves on down towards you. You are close to me. My father will be here soon to guide you.
No, please. This is not the place. This isn't the place. It's not the right time. Please. I can't. There's still too much to do. It's not the place. It's not the place. And I think Piper breaks down.
Yeah. The complication technically is that I'm going to give Sedna a particular task when she meets both of you.
All right. That's great.
She did mark fate.
Mhm.
I got 2 marks fate currently. It's good times.
Yeah, I can just keep on giving you tasks to do. I mean, is it preferable that I just try to give you additional condition and force you to mark a verse anyways?
No, this is better.
Mhm.
This is good.
This is good. I suppose the question is, do we want to answer a question or shall we cut away to Sedna and see her plan at crossing the fucked up war zone?
I don't want to get Sedna. I want to get the whole party together before the final battle in the dungeon.
Yeah, we gotta see what Sedna's character is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we'll go with Sedna first.
Hell
Sedna,
yeah.
Yes.
you've had plenty of time to think about it. What's your plan?
Well, I'm not equipped to de-escalate war. That's not what I do. I clean up the mess afterwards.
Mhm.
Um, so sensing there's a shit ton of death in the temple, I'm going to go into the temple.
Mhm. I'm gonna have this be technically this would be the veiled move because of circumstances.
Okay.
What do you afraid might happen as like you try to cross the miraculous line because like there is like a bunch of people in your way.
I mean, that's catching a stray bullet sounds boring. I think the more fun thing is that when she crosses the line, it's going to really fuck with her connection to her god.
Okay. I suppose like you're trying to sneak on by without being noticed. So again, this is just oops all focus.
At least I have a +1 in that.
Mhm.
Um, I'm not gonna mark anything. We're just gonna roll. That's a 10.
As 10. Narrate away, baby.
Yeah, so Sadna in her kind of typical nonchalance of like, I've seen violence and death, just lets them go at it and um walks between trees as she crosses the line. And I should probably say who she turns into now, I
Yep.
guess.
Yes.
Um becomes Autumn Graves, the disciple of the empty void. She shrinks to a childlike size, but does not appear to be a child. She is wearing a cowl that still shows her face, but she has no eyelids, and it's just black pits where her eyes should be.
Spooky space halfling.
And just so we don't have to worry about too much, Sedna, you can join the party.
Okay.
Because, well, flows a little bit weirdly here. As you enter the penultimate chamber, you do see two women already in here, one wearing a suit of meat, and the other an elderly crone type of a figure. And there is a horse who has headlights and every so often just blinks and the headlights like dim and then turn back on bright. There is also a statue of your god. And you feel her. She calls to you, even in here. One of them is so very close to the edge. They defy the order of the world, and that is why they will be consumed by it. Guide them back to the proper path. All gods must feed, and you cannot stitch up their mouths. Your task is to release the dearest sister.
Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
Alternatively, if one of them dies, then you just have to bury them. Anyways,
And what do we see the little halfling of it?
yeah, you see the little halfling come in.
I think Zeph will kind of. I don't think she turns to move or anything. I think she keeps her hand on the obsidian heart and on the carving. Uh, and I think she's just softly crying to herself.
Something within Skelenora Jr.'s like commitment to the birthing jaws quivers as a disciple of the oh gosh,
Empty void.
and yeah, the disciple of the empty void um walks in, and she turns, and to mask her fear gets right back into character. Ah, right, finally, the last companion has joined us. We must now open these open these doors. Just breaks character just a moment out of fear, and then gestures at the doors with her staff, and we have a riddle to solve. I think. Who are you?
I'm Sister Autumn Graves. Her voice sounds like it's not coming from her mouth.
It's coming from the empty eyes.
Indeed.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm sick with it.
Fucking hell. That's incredible. Yeah, I might undercut the tension here a little bit. I'm sorry. Don't punish me too hard. I'm gonna be unnerved by the sound coming out of your eyes, and then for a second I'm going to draw close and pull out my character sheet and say, "Right, okay, can I see yours real quick? And you can look at mine just so we all know what we can do. Just before we figure this out. I it's just best practice. Here, I got spells."
There's no pupils to be found, but you have the very clear idea that she is just staring through you currently.
You did get a character sheet, right?
Perhaps.
Sorry, okay, we can wing it. It's fine. And I take my character sheet back and tuck it away.
I think Darla, with her hand still on the carving and not even turning around, she just says, "Let's get this over with then."
And I think we should all put our heads together to solve the final question.
Yeah.
Before we do, after Autumn is left alone by those two, she's immediately over by the Carrot Maiden statue, stroking the cheek lovingly. Very not subtle.
Yeah. Shall we take a quick little 5-minute break so we can think about an answer to the final question?
Sure.
How can we access the final chamber? The final vinyl zone? Okay. So you have a theory in a Pikachu.
He's soft. I like him.
He's your buddy.
Who's rolling for our Hairbrand theory?
Well, you gotta say it since we
Oh,
did
that's
all-
right. We did it off, right?
I think
Yeah.
Zeph should explain and say it.
Okay. So the idea here is using the Cheyenne's reprieve. We have to perform the song to make the dead saplings in the concrete grow to open up the doors. And in order to like get the lock unlocked for the saplings to be able to move it, we have to put the shards of the broken magnifying glass into specific spots in the wall, like a Resident Evil puzzle.
Excellent, excellent. So that will be a +1. Just a friendly reminder that Zeph has exactly 1 verse left.
9.
A 9. You are correct.
So, do we want to bump it up? Because I would be willing to final prayer, because I think it would be a good thematic moment for Zeph to go out in this assignment after we like resolve it. Especially because it'll also tie into the Sweltering Crucible.
Mhm.
So I've got verses aplenty, so I will abstain from this vote.
Fuck it, we ball. Let's do it.
Oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god.
I will mark the bleeding revelation.
Jesus
And I do
Christ.
also need to do the Verse of Chosen Adventure, so I'll do all of them at once at the
Mhm.
end after we resolve it.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I have 3 I need to narrate now. Jesus.
I'm also gonna kind of wing the final prayer because I don't think it really works as written for what we have going on currently.
No.
You mean Chaotic didn't foresee having dear husband force femmed into your incestuous sister? Chaotic, you gotta get on top of this for the next time you write a faith sheet.
I need to be aware about the propensity of trans women and their kinks.
Next, yeah, you got to design a faith sheet and then say, how is
New
this group
move.
especially gonna fuck this faith sheet up?
Yeah.
When
Like-
your husband becomes your sister.
I mean, Gabriel has already suggested that I have to make a new faith sheet based around this, and I'm just like, Gabriel, you don't want this in the core game.
I'll write the incest faith sheet with you.
Yeah.
I
Like
have marked the Ashen Circle.
so my original complication is that the familial bureau of incest was going to break through the doors and like come after you immediately. But however, that's not going to happen. You can solve your little puzzle as you described. The doors open. And there is a vast wealth of treasure, which can be easily secured because, well, frankly, you didn't bring in much stuff to begin with, as well as you have a fucking horse.
It says here on my character sheet the carrying capacity of this horse is greatly, before we hit encumbrance, we can.
Yeah, it's about 6 times the amount of a regular human being. It should cover everything in the room and just bags of them. If you brought a cart, like you could have like carried like about 2 rooms worth of this. Probably should have banned horses next time.
I don't think there'll be a next time. I think the keeper of the temple's fucked.
Yeah,
We kept his temple.
kept his temple. The game is over. Treasure secured. And the moment that it leaves the miraculous zone, it just reverts back to normal because, well, there isn't quite a need for the keeper of the temple anymore once the game is over. And the game is over. The keeper of the temple still exists, but needs to be called on to be let back in this world. And
You have treasure, though.
you have tons of fucking treasure. I don't know what to do with it. Oh,
Well, there is a special move
yeah,
that tells you what to do with it.
yeah. I didn't take a look at it.
Special move, special move.
Oh, that's right.
It's also fucked up and evil, much like everything else in this entire fucking threat.
Yeah, but
It has a paint the scene attached to it because
Yeah.
I love paint the scene.
yeah, this is done during end of session though, so you don't get it right now, unfortunately. But you have secured the treasure and whatnot, which unfortunately still has the issue of being outside of like the Mirag zone no longer existing. But however, dearest sister's sort of miraculous zones still exist. Zeph, you see all of this sort of chaos that your sister has wrought. Because, well, she has more than just you now, doesn't she?
And I think that Zeph, no longer Darla, is going to look to Piper and smile incredibly, like softly, with clear sadness in her eyes. And she's going to walk up to her and hug her and hold her tightly and cry or saying, "Thank you for everything."
You're acting like this is goodbye. We're not doing that right now. We just won. We just won, right?
I miss her, Piper. I don't think I care that she's not her anymore. It looks like her, and that's enough for me.
Really?
Pretends to be her. And as long as I can have her and be with her, it's better, isn't it?
Right. Yes. Then off you pop.
I think she'll smile and she'll grab Piper's hands and squeeze them. And uh, I think she'll say, "Thank you for being the mom that we never had."
Most important thing about being a mother is learning how to let go, right?
And you can tell Piper doesn't actually believe that, or at least she doesn't have the right to believe that, because she's already let go of so much. But right now, it hurts to let go. But she does let go.
I think she'll kind of smile and before walking off toward the tree line, uh, she'll say, "You can always visit.
I will. Right. It's
Just be careful, because I don't know what we'll do to you."
I'm I'm always on the road. I'll be in town.
Thank you, Piper.
Well, yeah, get going. I've got things to do.
And Piper's going to turn and start messing with uh her gear and her shit, and she is waiting for Zeph to turn and start walking away.
Uh, she does. Should I start narrating my things now, or do we want to
Uh,
wait for a little bit to get some more drama in with Piper and Sedna?
It sounds like there might be a little bit drama with Piper.
Then
Regardless, Sedna will follow at a distance behind Zeph for the record.
Mhm.
She has her own task fleet.
Mhm.
all right. As Zeph is turning and walking away, Piper waits 4, 5 steps and tries to listen if there's any hesitation or anything in Zeph's steps as she begins walking, and then says,
I made a promise.
and grabs the rifle, whirls around, and fires a round into the back of Zeph's skull as she is walking away.
And
And
I think there are a couple of things that go through Zeph's head in that instant. I figured this. I'll do
mm,
my verses now if that's all right, unless we
yeah,
want to wait for a little bit longer.
you can do all of your verses except the flesh ascended. I think with the sort of outcome that Piper and you have chosen has given narrative control over that to me.
Yeah. Uh, I think as Zeph is walking, so the verse of chosen adventures, each custodian recalls the time they and their closest friends had a harrowing experience. Did it ultimately bring you closer together or drive you apart? And I think that as Zeph is walking, she's thinking back to all of the time that she spent with Trinity when they were little, and she remembers going out into the grasslands beyond their farm, walking with her sister in tall grass. They can't really see over it because at this point they're still kids, they're still relatively short. It feels like they're exploring out in the unknown. They're holding hands, they're talking, they're laughing. Every once in a while, one of them will lean over and kiss the other. And in their joy, they don't realize that the grass beside them is moving. And eventually, as it begins to get dark and dusk starts to fall, the two begin turning around to head back when they come face to face with two eyes that are glowing in the moonlight poking out of the tall grass. And I think that Zeph and Trinity both squeeze each other's hands incredibly tightly. Uh, and Zeph begins running, pulling Trinity alongside her, not toward the house, since that's where whatever creature is there is in that direction, but just running as fast as she can, as fast as she can pull Trinity along. They can hear four-legged footsteps chasing after them until eventually they, after what seems like hours, they reach the other side of the grass fields and come out onto a road. They look back and they see the eyes still staring at them from the grass, but there's also a large, too wide human grin that they can see. Uh, they don't see anything else, just the eyes and the mouth poking out of the grass. And eventually it slowly moves back, fading out of view. And Zeph and Trinity collapse onto the road and they hold one another, crying. And I think that as Zeph remembers this, she starts to say what she said to Trinity at that point. She walks toward the tree, toward Trinity, if you will. And she says, I love you. I've always loved you. Together, we're stronger than anything. We can make it through anything. We'll be together forever. Sisters, bound together. We don't ever have to be apart, Trinity. And then she gets shot in the head.
Normally, for those who are watching, empty little head, the final prayer of the dear, dear husband. Has the wife become a saint who becomes a reoccurring danger in the campaign? But so much has changed. Trinity, the dearest sister, sees her beloved die in front of her. Some of the brain matter lands on her bark, and she screams. The followers are panicking, they're freaking out, they are trying to give a sacrifice to calm their god, and it's just not working, tearing each other apart. Piper and Sedna, you must immediately flee. But we're going to fast forward a little bit. Because the body's still there. The god is still screaming. Followers. The familiar bureau of incest is not to be seen. But that doesn't mean no one will remain here. A different organization, not biased, arrives. And they see the scene and they feel a bit of sympathy. Because, well, so much of their family is tied to this newfound god, and they know what it's like to lose their saints. Zeph is picked up and put into a body bag to see what they can do with that later. And bit by bit, they remove bark and tree and release this new god. And they say, "We have a home for you. You will never have to be alone again." And that's where we're going to end today's session. I think with this sort of death, I think we're just